Hey guys, welcome back. So this video is going to be my top Zoya recommendations. So I wanted to make this video in hopes that this year Zoya will do their Black Friday sale, which last year they did a 70% off site-wide. So raise your hand if you're so excited for them to do that this year. Like, I'm so crossing my fingers they do that this year again. So in light of that, I thought I would compile some of my favorite Zoyas, some of my most worn Zoyas in my collection. I wanted to do like a top 10, but I just could not. It was impossible. So what I have here is 18 polishes that are my top Zoya recommendations. Again, they are my most worn in my collection for a reason. And then I do have like 4 honorable mentions that are a part of the 18. So really I have like 12. So I have 14 that kind of made a huge impact on me that I just couldn't not put in this list. I really couldn't reduce it any less. Here is kind of a preview of the colors. I don't really have a whole lot of blues and greens. Here are my honorable mentions, so if these are not your kind of colors, I really don't want to waste your time, so sorry. I am very into either bright colors or really pale, soft pastel colors. Those are my things. These are the colors that I gravitate towards. I'm not a huge fan of dark colors or blues and greens, just so you know, just so you're not disappointed with this video. So the first 3 I wanted to mention are kind of more glitter. 2 of them are they're all Pixie Dust. But I wanted to display these because A, I think they're super unique, and again, some of my most favorite polishes of all time, but also to kind of make a distinction between them, because I know when I was shopping for Zoya, it was hard for me to really kind of see the distinction of these polishes online, like based on swatches online. So kind of wanted to like help you guys out in case you needed help with that as well. This one is Godiva, this is a Pixie Dust, and then this is Tomoko. So these 2 I had debated between for so long. Here's kind of a more close-up side-by-side comparison. This is Godiva right here, which is the more champagne-y type of Pixie Dust, and then Tomoko is more of like a silvery, like this one seems much more glittery to me, like much more reflective than is Godiva. Godiva seems a little bit more neutral and champagne-y. This one is definitely, Tomoko's much more blingy, and I would say more silvery. And then while I was at it, I wanted to mention Zoya's Cosmo right here. This is one of my all-time favorite polishes because it is so blingy. It's such a disco ball nail polish. It's full of like just tons and tons and tons of holographic glitter, and it literally just reminds me of a disco ball. This is something, again, I feel like is not super common, especially among like drugstore polishes and things like that. So I always recommend this to people. Well, it's kind of blurry, you guys can see like the different glitters between all of them. This is Tomoko, Godiva, and Cosmo. They're all super blingy and beautiful, and especially like beautiful for this time of year, like the Christmas season, New Year's. Ugh, I just love them. And obviously Cosmo right here is more of like the silver side. And then this one, Godiva, I love because it's definitely kind of like a neutral color. I even feel like you could get away with wearing this to the office or something. And then this is like, Tomoko again is more of like a shiny silvery version of this. Also, I just wanted to mention these are textured polishes, the Pixie Dust that I mentioned, just in case you didn't know. Okay, so these next 2 are from the satin line, and I picked these out because, again, I love soft, neutral colors, and I picked these not only for the color but also for the finish, because I do think the finish gives it a really beautiful, soft effect. If, again, you're one of those people who's more of a conservative nail polish wearer, these are great options for you. This more pinkish version I have is called Brittany, which I'm probably going to be getting a backup of this because I use it so often. And then this one, this is more of like a soft grayish blue. This is called Leah. So these again are satin finishes, which means they're basically in between a matte and a glossy finish, and I love the little frosted bottles. They're just so beautiful and cute. So this blue is Leah, so this is how it dries naturally, and then I did put a top coat over both of them. So this pink one is Brittany. Beautiful, beautiful neutral colors, some of my absolute favorite in my entire collection of nail polish. So work appropriate, but they just, I love how they dry naturally because they have that beautiful soft effect. I love it. I typically wear them just how they are. I don't really put a glossy top coat, but I just thought for the sake of this video you guys might want to see what they look like with a top coat. Okay, so next up, this is one that I got, I think, last year in their Black Friday sale. This is Zoya's Happi, and this is like a sunset in a bottle. Super unique. It's this beautiful like bubblegum pink color with a gold shimmer. Looks just like a sunset, and it is a little thin, but I do 2 coats, and 2 coats typically gets me there. You can still see a little bit, like you could definitely use 3 coats with this, but don't be worried about the sheerness is all I'm trying to say, because it really does kind of seem like it will strike you as a sheer polish when you open it up. But it does get opaque, and it does have the same effect on your nails as it does in the bottle. It's truly like one of the most unique polishes I've ever seen. And this is, I think I did 3 coats on this swatch right here just so you guys could see the full opacity of this color. So beautiful. And then this next polish, I do think I got this last year as well. This is Zoya's Zooey, and this polish really took me by surprise. This was kind of like one that I had just picked out because I needed one more polish, and I just wanted to throw something in there that I was kind of curious about, and I'm totally glad that I did. So this is one of their Pixie Dust. It's got like kind of bigger holographic glitters in it. It kind of gives this effect of some kind of like seashell, like shiny glittery seashell. Something is very oceanic about it to me. I don't know why. I think it might be because the base is kind of this coral color, and then all the holographic glitter, and it just kind of it just gives me an ocean vibe, and I love it. Again, one of the most unique polishes in my collection. And there is, I think I did 3 coats of this one as well, just so you guys could get the full magnitude. And again, it is more of a textured type of gritty polish, but it's so beautiful the way that it dries down. Ugh. It really just, it's such a stunning polish. Next up, this one's kind of a cult classic right here. So if you are new to Zoya, this is something you might want to check out, especially if you're into like really bright neon colors. This is Zoya's Alli, and this is kind of a cult classic, like I said, as far as Zoya goes. This is a pretty well done neon in my opinion. Some of their neons, like their entire neon collection, was kind of a miss for me, but this wasn't a part of their neon collection, but it is a neon polish, and it's such a beautiful classic hot pink. And it's not like a super unique shade or anything like that. Like you could basically find a hot pink anywhere, but if you love Zoya and you want a really amazing formula and amazing quality polishes, this is definitely one to have in your collection, especially if you love these type of colors like I do. I love a bright pop of color on the nails. So these both are Zoya's Alli. This is how it dries down by itself. I did 2 coats right here. Beautifully opaque in 2 coats, just like that. And then here I painted it over a white, which is Zoya's Purity. It's just a plain white base, and then I did put a glossy top coat over it just so you guys could see how it dries with the glossy top coat. Okay, so next up, this is Zoya's Dixie. This polish has one of the most amazing formulas I have ever seen in a polish. It's a 1-coater, it's super opaque, it's a beautiful color, it's kind of showing up more red. It's like, I call this is a strawberry pink to me. It leans a little bit red, but it's definitely a pink, and it's a strawberry pink. Like this color right here reminds me of strawberry shortcake so much. This is my favorite toe color of all time. It's one of those colors I feel like looks good on pretty much any skin tone. Again, I don't think it's like one of the most unique shades of all time, but it is a shade that I would recommend to you guys, and it's one I feel like you just have to kind of try on your own nails. I saw this on one of Zora's recommendation videos for Zoya, and that's why I bought it, and it really didn't disappoint me. So here is 2 coats of Dixie. I could have just left it at 1, but I just wanted to do 2 because I always do 2, but this is opaque in 1 coat, and you can kind of see how it's different from Alli. It is a little bit darker and dustier, but it's still kind of like a bright, fun summer polish. Okay, so the next polish I have is Zoya's Morgan. This is a polish I feel like is super underrated. This is just kind of like a fuchsia type purple. It's a cream, fantastic formula. This is just a polish that I always enjoy on my nails. Again, okay, this isn't a super unique color, but it is one of my absolute favorite and most worn Zoya polishes. I love these type of colors, and this one's really well done. Of course, traditional, amazing Zoya formula, stays on your nails for a really long time, so I did want to include it. Again, I feel like it's something that I don't hear people talk about, and I know I've recommended it before, and for good reason. I think this is a really pretty color if you like these type of kind of, like, I want to call it like a mid-tone fuchsia because that's what it reminds me of. It's still kind of like a fuchsia-y berry purple. And here is 2 coats of Zoya's Morgan. Okay, next up I have 2 oranges that I want to share with you, and I'm a fan of orange nail polishes. I know not a lot of people are, but I do love orange, and this one right here is probably my brightest orange. This is Zoya's Paz. This was also one of my very first Zoyas of all time. I looked at swatches for the longest time. on this polish, and I was like, I just knew I needed to have it. So there was something about it. Again, I love bright polishes. If you do too, this is definitely a polish you should get in your collection. I think this is a neon that Zoya does really well. It's not a part of their typical, like their actual neon collection that came out like 2 summers ago. So again, this is just a neon that I would go for as far as Zoya goes. If you're looking for neons, if you're into neons, definitely check this color out. It's so bright. Here is Paz by itself, how it dries naturally, 2 coats. Then here is Zoya's Paz over Zoya's Purity, and I also put a glossy top coat over it just so you could see how it looks glossy and how it looks dried down normally. Super beautiful, super bright, in your face. I love this color. This is definitely one of my favorite Zoyas of all time. And then this is a Pixie Dust. I'm a fan of Pixie Dust. I know some of you may not be, but I really like them. I think, again, they have an interesting element to them that other polishes don't. It makes them something unique. Again, this is Zoya's Destiny, and every time I wear this on my nails, people ask me what it is, and it looks like frozen lava. Or not frozen lava. It looks like molten lava on your nails. It's so special. If you guys are looking for a unique polish, this is definitely it right here. If you love oranges and bright colors, this is really bright and just interesting. It's so pretty, and I don't even know what else to say. It's just, it literally looks like glitter lava on your nails. And here we have Zoya's Destiny, absolute favorite of mine. So gorgeous, 2 coats of that. Okay, and then I have 2 more, and then I'm gonna go on to my honorable mentions. So this is to round out basically like my essentials list as far as Zoya's go, and like the things that I know are tried and true for me personally that I feel comfortable recommending to you guys as amazing polishes. So these 2 are purples, and I am a fan of purples, but I'm more into like more pastel colors like this. But this I love to wear around Halloween. This is like a special occasion polish to me. This is Zoya's Carter, and this is a Pixie Dust. I'm just gonna get to the swatches with this one. Zoya's Carter, absolutely stunning polish, amazing. This is probably the most unique of all my Zoyas, I feel. I truly feel like this is a super unique polish that no one really talks about, but it's so beautiful. Like, how could you not think that was such a gorgeous polish? This is Zoya's Stevie. I'm pretty sure by now, if you guys are seasoned Zoya fans, this won't be new to you. This is like a pastel lilac lavender with silver glitter. So it is a textured polish. It's a Pixie Dust with silver in it. It's so beautiful and so cute and so different. This is 2 coats of Zoya's Stevie. So beautiful. This is a staple. These I highly recommend, especially if you're purple fans. Even if you're not, like, these are some of the most beautiful polishes I own. I say that about all of these, but that's why I picked them, and that's why I wanted to share them with you, because they're truly so beautiful. And again, these are things like these 2, especially right here, you're not gonna find these at the drugstore. And especially with this Carter, I have literally never seen a polish like this in my life. It's a dark purple base, but it's got kind of like lighter purple glitter in it, so it kind of makes it bright and stand out. Ugh, it's to die for. It reminds me of like, again, like a disco queen or something. I don't know. It's so beautiful. I'll let the swatch speak for itself. And hurry up, but because I feel like this video is forever long, of course, but I do have 4 honorable mentions, and I did pick out kind of like more blues right here because I didn't want to disappoint the blue lovers out there. I don't dislike blue, but I'm less likely to gravitate towards it than like these other colors I showed you, but I did want to mention them, especially this one right here. This is a Pixie Dust, so I guess this video kind of sucks if you don't like Pixie Dust. But this is Zoya's Alice, and this came out last year, I think, for their holiday collection. I'm not sure. But I remember seeing it, and I was just like fixated on it. I was like, I think that's such a cool color. That's such a unique shade, especially coming from someone who doesn't particularly gravitate towards blues. This caught my eye more than anything. Like I said, I was fixated on getting this nail polish. It was at the top of my list for my next Zoya order. I was like, I have to get this. This was like the drive for my whole entire order was around this nail polish right here. It's so interesting. It's kind of on the verge of being purple, so I guess it's like a blurple kind of nail polish, and It doesn't have, it's got like blue and purple glitters in it. So if you are a blue lover and you want something different, again, this is something you're not gonna find anywhere else in my opinion. And then this blue I wanted to mention because this is a blue that I really appreciate and I really like to wear because it's a softer color and I love soft colors. This is Zoya's Miley and I believe this is at the top of a lot of people's list for a good reason. It kind of can lean purple sometimes and it's a really thin polish. So if you get this polish, you might be kind of like, whoa. It's super thin, it's super kind of like jelly, I would say, but it's got this beautiful kind of like glow off your nail effect. I love this shade of blue right here. It's a really easy polish to wear with anything. So again, I would definitely recommend this. This is something I see on pretty much everybody's Zoya favorites list, and for a good reason, because it's a beautiful, can't go wrong type of polish. Lastly, I wanted to mention these two Zoya holographic polishes because, again, if you're completely new to Zoya, I just wanted to mention these because I know these are at the top of a lot of people's list. Now, they're not exactly on the top of my list because, again, I'm not super into like dark nail polish. I prefer light nail polish, but I wanted to show them to you guys in case you were interested and you like these type of things. So this purple holographic right here is called Aurora, and then this red one is called Blaze. So here's what they kind of look like. I feel like you can definitely see the scattered hollow in Aurora better. It's a little bit more hidden in Blaze, which some of you might like that a little bit better. So here's Blaze, and Blaze and Aurora are both kind of on the thin side. I would recommend 3 coats for both of them. So they both are 3 coats on my swatch. Again, you can see the holographic much better in Aurora than you can Blaze. And then this is 2 coats of Zoya's Alice. Gorgeous, gorgeous color. This is about 4 coats of Miley. Super thin, super sheer, but it's buildable and it's a really beautiful polish, trust me. Okay, you guys, so that pretty much does it for me. Again, I'm not for sure that Zoya is gonna have their 70% off sale, but I don't get why they'd have it one year and then not again the next year, you know? So let me know if you guys are kind of thinking of picking anything up. I kind of want to do a video of things like my Zoya wish list, like what I'm gonna get if they have the sale. Let me know if you guys are gonna pick up anything if they do in fact have a sale. I hate saying that, like I hate saying it with uncertainty. I wish I could just say like for sure that they're gonna be having a sale, but I don't know. Again, if you're new to Zoya, they do have sales pretty regularly, so if you missed out on one, they're sure to have another one like a month later. So I really hope you guys found this video helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you found some cool polishes to add to your wish list. Let me know if there's anything that I mentioned that you also own and that you love just as much as I do, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!